This is Holy War. Nice. All ladies group. Exactly what I love. Ah, this is amazing so far. Just thrashy, chuggy. Great start. Listen to the lead guitar. How many fingers was that? Clear drums? Love purple guitars. That's just metal. Make it look so effortless too. They're freaking amazing. All of them. I love that little spot. She looks like she's just mad to be there. Yeah, the drums are clear. Cool. It's a big voice. Great riff. Big. Woo! Damn! That was fantastic! How do I not even know this exists? How does this not make it over here? Like... Oh, yep. And we're back! Holy balls! So much talent. goes again. Well, that was Lovebites, Holy War. This was recommended multiple times throughout multiple videos. I think a lot from the Sabaton / Nightwish community. Others as well, but that's exactly what I like. That kind of had a whole lot of, and forgive me because I'm just an old school metalhead, so my references are getting newer, but I have a lot of older references as well, which really ties me to this, which I think is fantastic. This was absolutely amazing. One thing that really stuck out to me that I haven't been experiencing as much with what I've been discovering in music lately is that big vocal holdout. Twice it happened in the song. It was a very, very big moment in the song for me. Very transitional into a new type of riff. This just had kind of, again, older school thrash metalhead reference here, but this was like Judas Priesty around. The guitar solos, the back-to-backs playing off each other, then coming back and harmonizing together. First of all, every single person in this band is insanely talented. I'm just a little bit surprised. I'm an older metalhead, but I follow a lot of the news and a lot of the news outlets and all that stuff. Like we aren't hearing about this band as much as we should, at least in the United States of America. I'm not saying it's not being heard about, so everybody who's over here that's like, oh, no, dude, I hear about it all the time. Well, okay, great. I'm covered by a lot of the news centers for metal music, and this band's not being talked about enough. Simple as that. What a performance. They're running around doing all this crap in heels. I mean, geez, I could barely stay on my feet on stage when I start, rocking it out a bit. You can check out some footage of me live on stage if you want. There's a link in the description to my band. We are not this band by any means. I'm very jealous of their talent. Not jealous isn't the right word. They clearly have worked hard at it. Going back to some of the visual, though, this was very interesting to watch because one guitar player who we're looking at now, again, I don't know this band, I don't know their names, I don't know where they're from, I know that this is amazing, and I know that all of you super fans are going to share your comments with me, and I look forward to reading them. That's how I learn. But when I do a first video like this, you kind of get this dynamic big take. I'm very guilty of asking like 300 questions, and I know you guys are going to answer them, and I thank you for that, and there's no way on God's green earth I can get back to you all on them. But that's how I learn this stuff, so I can't wait to see what you guys talk about and how you recommend things, because everybody's going to go giddy over the fact that I loved this who has asked me to watch it. The rest of you, tell me more. Who are they? What do they do? When do they do? How long have they been doing it? Visually, it was very interesting to watch because she was not typical, but she was full of showmanship, full of flair, full of style, full of smile, full of energy. The other guitar player, just as equally badass and talented. At times, I think a part of her character, I think that's honestly part of the game here, which is kind of cool. Completely different personality. She was just... It's not that she didn't care to be there. She cared to be there. I know that. But I didn't see emotion from her at one point in time, and she just flawlessly nailed everything she did. One of the cool parts about this song was during part of the verses, there's the driving rhythm, which is that dan digga digga dan digga digga dan. And then you've got this lead part underneath that was very complimentary to the vocal and was just sitting tucked in to where it didn't, it doesn't stick out as if somebody's playing some lead or solo under anything. But that was just so well done. I'm a guitar player, so those things tend to stick out to me before anything else. Vocals, all that stuff. Bass player kind of went from just being there to getting more and more animated, getting more and more animated, getting more and more animated, and by the halfway through the middle of the song, she was just thrashing about. She was up on the drum riser. This was just fantastic all the way around. Visually impressive. The ladies are all talented, awesome, amazing. They're gorgeous. I loved every part about this. Thank you for those who recommended. I want more. I will be listening to more of this band for sure. Will I get to another video? I'm sure at some point in time. The list is 1,000 long, so it's probably really up to you guys and the demand that you ask for it and how I decide what I'm doing here. But I'm just doing the typical, I just watched a band for the first time ramble on thing right now. So for those of you that are still watching and haven't left yet, I don't really have any direction for what I'm going to say. I don't feel like I should just leave it at, wow, that was amazing. Good job, guys. No, that was beyond amazing. That big, giant vocal break with one thing that doesn't happen a lot, at least as far as I'm witnessing as I'm discovering this, is that big, giant vocal holdout that she does at that. Clearly, I can't do it anywhere near as well, but that is just a massive transition that was really helped out a lot by the vocals that I just don't hear as much in modern day rock and metal. I know you're going to point me to 20 other sounds that sound like that and show me that. Thank you for doing that. But regardless, it doesn't happen as much as I would like it to happen. But remember, I'm just an old school thrash metalhead that decided to go discover some music. All right, so today we're back with more Lovebites. Let's raise some hell.
じゃあどこよりも盛り上がる準備できてますか？もっと声出せますか？いけますか東京？最高の夜を Raise some hell!
Oh, damn! Woo! What did we make? Did we make it 5 seconds into the song? For those who do not know why I'm going to geek the shit out, it is because I am one of those people that was raised on Zakk Wylde. He's not the only guy, but Zakk Wylde is an influential guy for me. Zakk Wylde is one of those people that uses those harmonics. He doesn't use them. He abuses them. There's a lot of people actually can't stand listening to him because he just uses them too much. I disagree. But I'm also happy there's really only one Zakk Wylde. Ha ha! There we go. Let's check this out again. I'll try to make it farther this time. What do we got? A 5-minute 38 long song. We're 27 seconds in, and I've already stopped the video. There's original links down below if you just want to check it out without all my commentary. That being said, I think most of you seem to enjoy it from what you tell me. So all I can tell you is just strap in because we are not even close to getting through the first 30 seconds of this video, and I've already got a ton to talk about. I have no idea. There's a riff that I want to play. They just make me, well, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go pick up my guitar and just start thrashing. It doesn't even matter if it sounds good at this point in time. Good God. Great hammer-on, pull-off opening riff. Nothing overcomplicated to it. But it really does a great job just setting a stage. It's letting you know, we're getting ready. You can tell you're getting ready to go. And when everybody else kicks in, good God, it's go time. What a great energy switch. They managed to somehow keep the energy and speed and pace of the song, but they changed their style. They went from more of a picking, riff, chugging style to more of an open chord style, which just changed the atmosphere from just it just fills the room full of noise. I want to hear that again. And this song's about them, right? I rarely ever pay attention to the vocals, but the lyrics. It seems to be like, who's this? Who's this chick? Who's this chick? Who's pounding? Who's killing it? Who's about to destroy you? Us. We're about to. I'm assuming that's what the rest of the message is going to be. Listen to this atmosphere change when they go into this next riff. You know what really helps make that atmosphere change? I think even more than the guitars, Haruna. Haruna back there. I think her hi-hat. Listen to it. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I gotta Yeah, she got two hands on the drum. That's what I was kind of hearing. I was like, something else other than the guitar. Like what's keeping it driving? I think Haruna is what's really keeping it driving, while the guitars just really fill the room with a bunch of noise. Love it. I'm sorry, that's just badass. It sounded great. Make some noise. Right somehow. Yeah, Haruna and Miho just boom, they keep everything just driving. It's coming off of that. It's coming off that rolling rhythm riff that they're writing, which is really badass. It's a riff I absolutely would write and put in one of my songs. Really thrashy, just moves everything. But the song's just moving, and Miho and Haruna just absolutely keep everything going while they fill the room with sound, and it's just magic. It's just absolutely, my ears are loving the shit out of Great view. I love these views. I'm gonna try to stop it. The camera behind drums, when it stops and catches a full lit up crowd, magical. Right there. Raise some noise. She's counting off. Look at that crowd. I mean, it's not the biggest crowd in the world, but it's a big-ass crowd. That's just a fantastic view for me. From somebody who's been on stage many times, not in front of a crowd that large. They deserve to be in front of that crowd. But that's one of my favorite views ever. One of my favorite views ever in a video, if you want to go check it out, is a view from behind Lars Ulrich's drum kit from the Seattle 1989 Live Shit Binge and Purge DVD, VHS, whatever it is. Seattle, Live Shit, 1989 from Seattle, For Whom the Bell Tolls, there is a spot where they come drum cam, and there's just the crowd is just going absolutely nuts. It's just one of my favorite views because you just get the whole room. Haruna's damn cymbal work. Look at her. Watch her hands just run around the damn. She's got a sound for everything, man. She's just got a sound for everything. Wow. The alternating solos from, wow. I don't know. You got Midori, you got Miyako. And you've got two different sides of the stage, too. Just showmanship, charisma, and I don't mean any of it from a positive or negative. I mean, it's like you've got ice and fire. And they absolutely both just dominate on their instruments by all means. But Midori's just got the stage presence and just she's giving you the looks and just giving you all that you could possibly want from a live performer's perspective. And you got Miyako over there just calmly destroying everybody. Just it melts the heart a little bit. And for those of you who maybe are like, man, I've never seen one of him do Lovebites video. Does he like this band? No, this is like my 9th video. Okay, I love the band. There's no doubt about that. I've never heard this song before. That's what you're getting a reaction to. You're not really getting a reaction to Lovebites anymore at this point in time. You're getting a reaction to Raise Some Hell, because I've yet to find a song from this band that I kind of don't like. Good luck. I mean, good luck. If you like thrash, rock, metal, look at that. just you can't just go. I'm not even at the end yet, and I'm telling people to go check out the Lovebites playlist. Her solos always seem to have some sort of almost priest-like, Judas Priest-like influence. So I don't know if that's really somebody that she leans heavily on from a lead perspective, and I don't know which guitar from Priest, but yeah, I do get that. That Painkiller Eve kind of vibe, and I know they've done a Painkiller cover. You won't see a reaction for it. I've already watched it, so maybe that's why I just associate them with that. But I do tend to get I hear a lot of Priest from them from time to time. I get a lot of Testament influences from them, and these are my influences that I know, so that's why my ears hear them. Seen some Iron Maiden stuff come from them. I mean, just every facet of rock and metal, they've got some sort of influence that I've seen coming from. But her specifically, I do get like more of that thrash speed, definitely later years Maiden type influence. Let's go Miyako. What a badass note to end on. And there's nothing special about it. It fits everything that they're doing. Just kill it. I really can't pick out a style for her. Um, I don't get all in. I mean, this specific one, you could. I mean, you could immediately start picking them out if you want to, but I won't because I'm just not really hearing reference at this point in time. She's got a little bit of everybody and a little bit of everything. I do feel like she's using the red pedal that you see on the ground, this Digitech whammy. I'm hoping she's using it. I've noticed a lot of people start using that lately, and I used to own one. I just could never figure it out because I really never got good at lead guitar. And the only reason I owned it is because Dimebag Darrell used it, and I could get my guitar to go wah, wah, and I did it a few times, and beyond that, I was really never good at it because it never really fit my rhythms. Let's check it out. Might just be a wah. I feel like there she's just using a wah, but I saw that red whammy pedal and I got all excited. She's about to crush us. This is a weird question maybe, but is Miho just... She's extremely tall, right? Is it just because of her on this? Like, I feel like she's really tall. Maybe it's this massive instrument she's playing, but and I don't know. I just feel like she's a very tall woman. I feel like I would definitely be looking up to her. I'm 5'8". I feel like I would definitely be looking up to her if I were to ever meet her. I'm going to look up to her regardless, just because she's fantastic. But she definitely, when she comes out, all of a sudden you don't realize, like, holy, she is a tall human being. See, check this influence. Yeah, right. She's got heels on, but don't they all? Like, I mean, she just is a very tall human. Here she comes. I have no doubt that she would absolutely kick my ass too. Like, if I'd piss her off and she would just beat the crap out of me. I mean,
duh.
It's like, what was your least favorite part of the song? I don't know. This part?
どこよりも盛り上がる準備できてますか?
Yeah, that was my least favorite part of the song. Good God, Lovebites. Man, I gotta go through them faster. I got to go through them faster because this is a band like you react, you want to discover new music. It's like, all right, cool, boom, yeah, I found a new band, did 3 or 4 reactions. I'm gonna go. No. At some point in time, we will hit the wall. See what I did? At some point in time, we will hit the wall, and I will eventually get to a point to where I either can't take it anymore and I got to go listen to the rest of the music, or I won't be able to do a Lovebites reaction without just coming on here and going, well, everybody knows how this is going to go, so I guess we'll just press play. I love them. They're amazing. I'm just going to headbang for like 6 minutes. I'll be back. We're not there yet. I still keep noticing new things because I'll bring something up and it's like, oh, you need to look for this. And then all of a sudden I'm noticing everything that Haruna does with the cymbals and all this other stuff. So you're just giving me more noises to geek out on. I mean, we should do some lives at some point in time. We'll do a Lovebites live at some point in time, and I'll just sit there for like an hour and a half and just digest like instrument. Like we'll go through and we'll listen to only the drums, and then we'll critique that, and we'll go through just this guitarist and this bass, and we'll listen to the whole thing 4 or 5 times. Because some of you seem to like to do that with me. Others don't. That's fine. You like some of it, but original links are always in the video. Go get it without my commentary, please. If you're just coming over from another video and you've never checked out Lovebites, please check out the playlist. If you liked this, if you didn't, then Lovebites isn't your band. But if you liked this, there is absolutely nothing from this band that I have heard so far that will tell me that you won't like every single thing that you've heard from this band. I am not prepared to tell you what my favorite Lovebites song is so far. I feel like that's not it, but God, it is so damn close. And I'm not going to make a call. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make a call. I can't do it. Does every song become my next favorite? Not necessarily. But I don't know. Maybe I'll tell you tomorrow, because I could be sitting here tomorrow just absolutely just going through this song over and over in my head. And by the end of the day tomorrow, I can be like, okay, that's absolutely my favorite song. I had some fun with that, though. I really enjoyed the Raise Some Hell. I liked the message of the music, and I don't talk about lyrics and stuff enough. Maybe that's how we'll keep this interesting. Maybe I'll have time to actually pay attention to the lyrics. I like that the song was about them, at least unless I'm absolutely wrong and I got that message wrong. I did like that it was about them, and it just encompassed them just enough to give you a little bit of tease of who they are, but it also played into some of that showmanship and charisma that they have, referring to themselves as chicks and things like that. They can do that. They're talking about them. They get away with that. God, that was just fun. That was a fun song. And the best part about it is we're like, hey, we're badasses. Who's that chick shredding the guitar? Who's she? She's crushing you. I'm crushing you. I'm going to dominate you. But they did it. They didn't just write a song about being awesome. They actually wrote a song because they were awesome. So they had no choice but to write a song about how awesome they could be. Good God, let's remember how this all started. And this isn't one of those situations where we're going to be, we're not going to be starting with piano or anything this time. No. Let's remember how this started. The same damn way it went for the rest of the song. Well, maybe this is going to be a calm song. Nope. I mean, your immediate just absolutely getting melted by harmonics. We got the dueling solos. We've got the message being about them. I'm just realizing like Miho might be the tallest person I've seen on stage in a while. Cause that I'm not meaning to have no offense at all. I just noticed, like, damn. I don't know if it's just because she's standing next to the other ladies and she's maybe they make her look tall. I don't know. I don't know. But I just noticed it. Even seeing it now I can't not see it. I'm like, God, I think if I pissed her off, she would slap the shit out of me. That's what I think would happen. She'd take that bass and just beat me senseless. Do you love my band? Yes, I do. But I would say yes regardless, because I wouldn't want you to kick my ass. This was fantastic. Another great Lovebites. Like I said, if you're coming over from another video, You already know I'm just a classic old school thrash metalhead, always have been, always will be. This is perfect for guys like me. Go check out the playlist. Just do it. Even if it's to just go see what other songs you should go watch. Read the comments if you want to know more, because that's where the best information is. But just go. Go check out the playlist. I don't have anything else left. I don't know if I have anything left in me. Strap in, man. What are we 15, 20 minutes into this 5-minute song at this point in time? For those who were actually still with me, you must be my people. I think I just said the same thing in a Bandmade reaction I did that was like 30 minutes long. It's like, look, if you're still here at this point in time, there must be something I'm doing that you're enjoying. I don't know what it is. Don't blame me. You're the one that chose to stay. But because you did, I thank you. So again, seeing this for the first time, loving it, go get more of it. It's all like this. It's like a throwback to thrash metal meets massive modern personality and charisma from a bunch of amazing, ridiculously talented ladies that you probably didn't know existed. And you should know they exist, and you should tell other people, especially if you're a thrash head. Because the majority of what I've seen so far from them has made me extremely happy. So go check out the playlist. Until next time, for those of you in that Lovebites family, and once again, thank you for having me.